if you want to materialize and manifest your desired reality, you have to understand how consciousness works, because consciousness is the basis of all existence. Everything in the universe, every single thing, emanates from the same divine essence and source, which is pure consciousness, which is God. Consciousness is two things. It is awareness and energy entrained with each other. Entrained means in relationship with. So that's really important, because everything about this existence, about this life, is based on relationship, because we are both consciousness. We both are a part of the exact same consciousness. We're the same unified field, experiencing itself through one another. And so the basis of existence is awareness entrained with energy, because in order to have consciousness, you must be aware of something. You must be aware and have something to be aware of. So that is awareness and energy entrained with each other. That is what creates consciousness. And so that is the primordial entrainment from which all other entrainments emanate. So pure consciousness, God consciousness, the unified field, everything emanates from that. And they emanate on 4 realms of reality. And so the first realm of reality, the first emanation, is the spirit realm. And the spirit realm is the realm of expansion. It's where you receive desire and you receive your vision for your life. And so we're talking in terms of reality creation, right? And so the soul realm is where you embody. And so this is all about feeling. So the spirit realm is about being, and because you're receiving all of your desires from your spirit. And so spirit realm, like, your spirit just is. And your spirit is in connection with God, creation. Your spirit is, just being who you were divinely created to be. And this life, this journey of existence, is just about essentially like channeling from your spirit and materializing the desires of your spirit. And the desires of your spirit are the desires of God, because your spirit is not separate from God. It's just an emanation of God. So the same way every entrainment that exists, right? So the entrainment of the spirit realm is frequency entrained with vibration. So there is the spirit realm, and then there's the soul realm of embodiment. That's the realm of feeling. And the entrainment of that realm is damping entrained with resonance. Damping is essentially removing resistance and friction, and resonance is creating joy and beauty and all the things that make it that make something more attractive and easy and sustainable. So that is the soul realm, the realm of feeling. And then there's the earth realm, which is the realm of the expansion, embodiment, and then there's engineering. So the earth realm is the realm of engineering, and the entrainment for this realm is damping. Is wait, I'm finding it. Is phase and amplitude. And so phase is like timing, and amplitude is intensity. So the earth realm is all about engineering, and it's mental. It's about thinking. So there's, you know, the realm of the spirit, being, the soul, feeling, the earth, thinking, and then there is the empire realm, which is the realm of doing. And the entrainment for this realm is harmonics and coherence. And so this is the realm from which, you know, everything emanates. And this is the realm that, rather than, you know, being the cause or the realm that like dictates and determines, this is the realm of like allowance. So basically, this is the realm when you're talking about coherence, it's essentially you don't force coherence. You don't create coherence from this realm. You check coherence, you assess coherence through the first three realms. So when the first three realms are coherent, then with one specific frequency, so once something becomes a stabilized baseline frequency, which is the frequency formula, which is these entrainments that I'm describing to you guys. So this is my channeling, my framework. There's the frequency formula, and there is the divine alignment framework, which are the four realms that I described to you guys. So the spirit, soul, earth, empire. Then there's the frequency formula. Wow, it's so interesting. Every day I get like deeper downloads about my work, but basically, then I gotta write that down. Okay, then there is the divine energy framework. So, yeah. So the divine alignment framework explains what the realms are. It's the awareness. Okay, and then the divine energy framework describes, well, how energy moves throughout each of these realms. So that is awareness entrained with energy, right? And so the frequency formula is what creates the entrainment, because when I described it to you guys, I'm hoping that you get the vibe, you understand where I'm coming from. But in my work, like in my books, in future videos and all the things, then I go a lot more in depth about how to actually create coherence between these entrainments. And once you are able to stabilize baseline frequency, that is when reality is created. So essentially, if you think about it like this, if you were to have a desire and you like feel into this desire, you think about it, you know, like sometimes you feel like so deeply like you are like you're just in it. Like let's say your desire is you want to be wealthy, and you know, you think about it and you feel into it so much that like sometimes you really just, you're in a state of being wealthy. Let's say that sometimes is maybe about like 5% of the time. So if you're being in that state of being about 5% of the time, you kind of, you know, you are going to feel that way sometimes, probably about 5% of the time. And you're going to think that way sometimes. And you're going to do things that align with that frequency, that, you know, you're going to do those things that would make you wealthy, that would, you know, that would get you some money, probably about 5% of the time. And the thing is that if you try to create reality from only the empire realm, just from doing, that's pretty much what's going to happen, because you are not really able to sustain that baseline frequency, because each of these realms are portals into each other. So being is a portal into feeling. Being inspires your feeling, right? And then feeling is a portal to thinking, because, you know, how you feel definitely affects how you're thinking, and what you're thinking affects what you're doing. And so it does work vice versa. However, your state of being is the causational realm of reality, and it is the closest when you are in a state of being, when you have presence, right? Presence is so important because presence is literally a portal into reality creation, because of the fact that presence is literally pure, like pure embodied presence is pure consciousness. Like once you're in that state, you get into the realm of infinite possibilities. And so if you're trying to create only from doing, you're in a much more limited realm because you only have coherence in the other three realms about maybe like 5% of the time. And so you don't have, like, you might be inspired to do the thing from time to time, but you don't have the coherence that's needed to sustain that state of being, because you might be like, oh, I feel so wealthy, like I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna change my life, for like a little bit, and then that frequency goes away, like that feeling goes away because you haven't stabilized it. But when you embody deep presence, then you are shifting your state of being in the moment. When you learn to shift your state of being, you can do that repeatedly and continuously, and you can continue to expand your capacity for how long you're able to embody that state of being. And when you do that, it increases your capacity to hold it, to receive the expansion, to embody it, and to engineer, right? To do things. You're naturally going to start thinking more in that way. You're naturally going to start doing things that align with that frequency and that feeling. And so it just becomes so much easier. It just like opens up a portal and it shifts your being, and it makes things so much easier, and it's so much more sustainable as well, because when you have a certain state of being, then you can, okay, let me use this example. If you want to be wealthy, you're like, I want to be wealthy, and, or like, let's say it's more specific, like you're like, I want to make 6 figures, I want to make 10K a month. Oh no. You're like, I want to make 10K a month. Then, if your plan is just to get there through pure force and hard work and effort alone, then it is possible. It's possible. Why? Because each of the realms are portals into each other, and it works both ways. What you're doing influences how you're thinking. Like right now I'm recording this video because I'm doing this. Well, I have coherence in the first 3 realms, but what happens is once you're doing something, it reinforces how you're thinking, and it reinforces how you're feeling and who you're being. So it's just like, it's supposed to be like a loop, but it's supposed to just be a reinforcement rather than trying to force from, the Empire realm. Okay, wait, let me collect my thoughts. Okay, yeah, so people do manifest from hard work alone, right? But it is not the easiest way to go about things. It's definitely not the quickest way to go about things. It's not the most coherent. It's not the most sustainable. Because if I'm like, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to get this money, I'm going to make this 10K. I work hard and I make this 10K. Then, okay, well, if something happens and the 10K gets stolen, or I just spend the 10K in a week, then I'm going to feel like, oh shit, this money that I just worked so hard for, like, it's gone. I'm going to be like, oh, now I got to work so hard again to get this money again. Like, it's going to feel like, oh my God, I just lost something, like something just slipped through my fingers. Rather, if you were focused on embodying the state of being that is desired, because the thing is, everything in existence, everything that we do is not about having a particular thing, okay? That's like a lie from capitalism that a lot of us have internalized, that everything is about having something. But the only reason why we do the things that we do to have the things that we have is because we want a desired outcome, and that desired outcome is a feeling, and it is ultimately a state of being, is what we're desiring. But a lot of times we don't realize that. So when you know this and you focus on shifting your state of being, then if you can still have the desired outcome, you can still have the goal. You don't have to be so like, you don't have to like, you know, be a hippie and like do all these weird things and change your language to the point where it's like you don't feel comfortable saying you want things. So you can have whatever you want. If you want 10K, amazing. What is the state of being that you feel like the 10K will bring you? It'll bring you peace of mind. It'll make you feel comfortable. It'll make you feel free. It'll make you just feel, you know, just you have to get very clear on what you are desiring, and then focus on shifting your state of being so that you can feel that way more of the time. You can be that way more of the time. You're going to think that way, and it's going to naturally produce actions that are coherent and aligned. And yeah, you're going to be so much more open and receptive. And so then if something happens and you lose the 10K, it's fine, because you're already embodied in a state of wealth. You already are naturally being in a way that, you know, inspires feelings of wealth, that inspires thoughts of wealth, that inspires you to do things that attract the wealth. And so it's just going to be so much easier to get it back, and you already know, you're embodied. And that's so much better for your nervous system. It's more sustainable. It's just wiser. It's a wiser decision to focus more on your state of being. And so in my upcoming videos, I'm going to teach you guys how to shift your state of being, and it's going to be really good. I'm excited. Yeah. But for now, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, if any of this was like intriguing to you, you want me to deep dive on something specific, then let me know. I have an ebook that I created for you guys that literally goes super in depth on how to materialize your desired reality. It teaches you how to materialize any desire. It'll help you like zone in on what desire to start with. It'll be like the catalyst desire that will shift everything and shift your state of being the most. And it comes with there's a bundle. It comes with a template that is designed to help you plug in your desire, and like literally there's so much inner work in there. There's so much, like for every realm there is I give you very in-depth instructions. I actually like teach you the science so that you can deeply like understand it, and you can embody it, and you can just like materialize and manifest on like so easily. Yeah, it's gonna help you materialize your desires so easily. It's gonna go in depth on all my frameworks so you can learn them, you can apply them with the template that goes with it. You can literally like plug in any desire, and yeah, it shows you like it's so good. Okay, it's so good. So yeah, I am gonna film another video for you guys, but I think I'll post this one right now. So if you see it like soon and you have any questions, comment and let me know, because I'll be filming like for the next few hours. So yeah, bye guys.